Good morning. We have just arrived after an hour and a half in Kildare village. That was the worst accent I've ever did.
Is that an accent?
No, I didn't commit.
Holy that was terrible.
I didn't commit to it and it was awful. Kildare village is very similar, and we will show you in a minute, to Bicester. It's owned by Bicester.
I'm just turning Lola down.
Yeah, I've got Lola in the background. It's owned by Bicester Village and it is a high-end designer outlet. Now, from what I can see, it has a few more what I would call high street shops.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Bicester has obviously has the only Gucci outlet in the UK, etc., so on and so forth. But hopefully we'll be able to show you. We can't obviously use the GoPro in here, but we can do as much filming as possible in other methods. We'll try to.
Well.
But it won't be like an in-depth in every shot what they got sort of thing. It's not that kind of vibes, right? Well, you know. And anyway, so what we're just pulling up, we're just going underground, so it might get a bit dark. But we were just in the middle of watching. I put her on mute. She'll hate me forever.
Let's go chat.
Let's go chat. We're listening to Lola of Lola and Pete. Oh, she's going to pause now because we're underground.
Of YouTube fame.
She's at the recycling centre, or rag house as they call it, doing a live POSHMARK show. Super cool. Obviously you won't be able to tune in now because it will have been and gone, but next time you can tune in.
They got one Saturday, no?
Yeah, but not at the rag house.
No, Saturday, I'm lying. Sunday.
She's paused because we're underground, but that's Lola. and Pete's not there, of Chaddy Pete on YouTube. Anyway, so yeah, that's my setup. So I attach anyone doing a live. I've missed all the lives this week because we just haven't had the signal.
We've been in as many as we possibly can, but it is a little bit harder. So anyone who feels like they've been slighted or diced or just messed around by the luxury pickers this week, I profusely apologise. We've been in as many as we can. We love you all, and you know that.
It's an extreme setup in here, by the way. Sat nav. Thing,
it's not at all. And to be fair, we also carry the thing everyone needs to carry is rainbow slime.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're here. We're underground car parking. Apparently, didn't know, but they have one in Munich. I assume this is where they have locations. Munich, Frankfurt, Milan, and then there's the Kildare over there, and then obviously Bicester Village, which is the UK's most famous luxury outlet.
We're gonna go to some. Am I on camera right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know. We're gonna go to some stores today. They have, like you just said, they have a lot of luxury stores. They have a lot of high-end high street stores. We're gonna do some shopping. Maybe, just maybe, we might even pick something up for an upcoming posh show. We're
hoping to. I'm not making any sincere things, but I've never been here, so I don't know what Coolio dealsy wheelsies we can get.
Austin's always going to get a Coolio dealsy wheelsy.
Yeah, but I also like when we come to outlet, I want to get the most obviously current and the most we can.
I think sometimes because obviously we predominantly concentrate on this channel, like with charity shops and boot sales and stuff like that. We do a lot of retail arbitrage in luxury stores. For anyone who doesn't know. We've said this thousands of times, but I think a lot of people, because they don't see it firsthand, maybe they don't understand or don't realise what that entails and how we do it or why we do it or all the rest of it. So maybe we'll explain a little bit more whilst we're going round, and maybe we'll explain a little bit more on a voiceover. But this video will give you a bit more in depth on what we do, correct?
Yes, it will. I'm going to turn the camera around again.
Turn it around.
Anyway, so we arrived yesterday at 7:30. We got to our accommodation.
Sounds like we're living in a hostel, woman. What's wrong with you?
It's my nanny's house. And she doesn't live there, though, so I'm not with her. And we arrived at 7:30. We did 2 hours sleep before Lil was just, like, ready to go. So we went and did a food shop. We did all boring things yesterday, knowing full well that we probably weren't on, like, full capacity to go thrifting or anything like that. And, we want to be putting out... we want to be productive for ourselves also, because we're thrifting to thrift to work.
Indeed.
Makes sense?
Don't act like you kind of last night after the big food shop you made a big dinner. Where did we go?
Oh no, we went for food. I'm not cooking.
Yeah.
I meant food shop to buy snacks.
That's what you meant, snacks.
I had a really good scone. If anyone ever comes to Ireland, you'll know that the wheaten bread is the best. It's like a bread that's cake. It's not cake.
It's very heavy, very dense.
Bread. Brown bread, and it's dense, and I love it. So it's soda bread.
Like, it's the kind of thing that if you really wanted to kind of end someone, I mean, throw it at their head and game over.
It's not that dense.
Oh, it's dense. I tell you what, I'm going to throw it at you later. We'll see how what happens.
I'm hoping Austin's going to buy me slap up meal here.
Slapper, possibly.
I said that. I don't know why I said that. Anyway,
they have good food places. In these outlets as well, I will say, if you're a foodie and you're not really into fashion, they have amazing restaurants. There's loads of choice, loads of different places. I'm not talking about like KFC, which, no hate, I had KFC yesterday before. But I'm just saying, if you want to actually eat properly, like, they have really nice places.
Right, so let's go and explore. It's open till 9 p.m, but we do have to pick Lil up at some point. The small human. At some point.
She's with her grandma, but you know what, she is so bored of us at this point, so like that's
everyone
cool.
asks how she enjoys thrifting with us and how we get her to come along. The idea is that we don't. She finds someone else that is doing something more interesting and attaches herself to them.
She does indeed. And also there are like certain other family activities we do while we're here, but by the same token, they're not really like for the tube. That's it.
So let's go in and see what they have here. I know for sure it's not as luxury as Bicester, so I'm not setting my expectations high. They don't have a Gucci, they don't have a Celine, they don't have Anna Heimarsh, they don't have a Laura Pinner, they don't have
that's the best way to start a shopping visit, guys.
Dior,
when you've driven just nearly 2 hours, is to work out who they don't have and then go from there. Or we could just be positive and work out who they do have. I'm
just saying that I personally really enjoy a Gucci visit.
Let's go.
Welcome to Kildare. So the first thing we always do, because they have adjacent car parks that are normally underground or overground, but they're normally like they're very close to the village,
walking.
Right?
Fit check.
Is we establish where everything is, because I know in different places you can look at a map. Here is the map, and it gives you a full list of the shops. However, everyone knows that it's walking around and working out and getting your bearings that will help in the most part, right? Correct?
Sweaty Betty. Yeah, exactly that. So
normally we do a full recce around the village, and they normally have great installations like this and different pop-up displays, etc. Sometimes they have shows on. I know at Bicester they do like yoga and stuff in
they do. They have
some
like
of
a park
places.
area.
Yeah, 100%. So we could do a recce first.
Okay, so you're with me. Bethany walked on. It feels the exact same as Bicester Village in Oxford. I know we keep comparing it because it's made by the same people, but this visual, if you've ever been to Bicester Village, is insane. Quite a few stores are unopen, as in not closed, but as in closed down, like this one. I guess waiting for new brands and so on. But it's really cool though, and the vibe is exactly the same, and I love Bicester, so 10 out of 10.
Oh look, Bash. Also featured in our posh show at the weekend. Anyway, and then we go into the major fashion houses. So look, there's just me trying to shop, but Austin won't leave me alone. And we establish what's in, what's new, what's shaking before we make our final purchases. Now, one thing to note in these big designer stores, especially Prada, is all this nylon, etc., is they're basically carbon copies of the full price, but there'll be some sort of small differences, which allows them obviously to offer the off-price price. However, they are technically made for outlet.
Yeah, that's true.
The clothes, I find the clothes mainly are the best deals that you can pick up, clothes and shoes.
As regards price difference and discount, yeah.
And if you go to where it says special price, you've seen special price a couple of times now. Those will be the things that are like got the maximum reductions on.
Yes, agreed. And usually, once again, you'll find that, like you say, the clothing, because a lot of the clothing would have been full price, even though they do make special pieces, would have the largest discounts because they are last season or the season before, etc., etc.
Also, a great thing to note with Prada is that Miu Miu is owned by Prada. It's sort of like their sister brand, but it's not, because it's on the same stratosphere. So it's just as luxury, whereas like C by Chloe, for example, is more ready to wear of Chloe. Does that make sense?
Exactly. And in outlet stores, you have Miu Miu and Prada together in one store.
They also own churches, so they sell churches within the outlet as well.
This is Mulberry.
This is Mulberry, you can tell. Now, Mulberry is a different beast altogether. Mulberry do stock a few full price items in their outlets, so there is the option for people coming through that want the core colours. And they also get a lot more to outlet from off price, in my personal opinion. There's very few pieces that are made for outlet.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually, yeah.
Which is either good or bad for Mulberry, because it means they produce more seasonal collections, if that makes sense. So oddly enough, we just ended up in Mulberry, and we decided that it was quite cool to bring a bit of Somerset from Ireland back to the UK. 100%. I know it sounds funny, but I just thought it'd be a good idea. Anyway, so I'll turn the camera around. Your eyes are very blue. So we'll show you later.
We have lots of things.
lots of things. Lift that one up, and we're gonna. I think we're just gonna put them into one mulberry show.
And you know what? We're gonna do reasonable start prices too.
Yeah.
All good, brand new mulberry from our trip in Ireland. Why not?
And we got all the store bags. They're all individually boxed, so it's like shopping at mulberry.
We were gonna put everything we bought in Ireland in the show. That's what we're gonna do.
I have to make it quick because there's a lot of music playing for copyright. Rate your donut in 5 seconds. We managed to get 2 steps before we ate the donut. 9. And I got a pistachio. For anyone who doesn't know,
I got apple crumble.
donut connoisseurs. Tim Hortons, eat your heart out. Mulberry safe.
Solid choice.
There's a water fountain. Rest of the village. Ice cream. That over there. Over there. And this is Jimmy Choo. We tried to pop into the main highest high-end outlets in the village. These trainers, for example, they're not for everyone, don't get me wrong, but these retail top price are $3,500.
They're also an iconic shape for Jimmy Choo of recent years. Once again, they do those shoes in leather, they do them in full crystal. The full crystal, like $3,500. They were down to, I think, $1,700, $1,300, something like that. And Bethany is now looking at the mini bags, or so she thought.
Oh, I thought they were mini bags, but they're not. They're for sodding ear pods.
So the black one and the cream one next to it, those are mini bags. These are actually, AirPod holders.
They had holes in the bottom. Anyway, when it comes to Jimmy Choo, the main stuff and the stuff with the biggest resale value is the crystallized stuff, but there is a difference between the coarse glitter, the crystals, and then the shoshni.
I'm smiling inside because Bethany knows. So these are what they used to call the Cinderellas. Basically, they're based for weddings, and the heels there were obviously for the wedding day, and the slip-ons are kind of for more relaxed / evening.
Yeah, so if you can find them on the resale market, quids in.
They also go for around about 3,000.
Yes. So they also have at all the villages, the Bicester and the Kildare and the others, they have a personal shopping experience within the apartment. So the apartment is, we're going to talk to you about it in a minute, I think, but the apartment is basically a private room above the village where you can do personal shopping if you want. Obviously, we didn't choose to do that.
Which is
this. And you can basically book it by appointment. However, we talk about it in a minute. It's hard to get an appointment, or you can be recommended by one of the shopping destinations, the shops within the village. It's basically complimentary drinks, champagne, all that kind of fun stuff, and it's just a nice environment.
Where are we, dog?
We're in the apartment. I'm whispering because there are other people here.
Bethany is scared to talk like a normal human being. Like if we were interacting normally, we have that conversation. I'll ask you again, where are you?
Can you angle the camera down so I don't have like 12 chins? Oh, just keep it on your face. It's basically like a room.
It's an apartment.
It's an apartment where you get prosecco or tea or coffee, whatever you want, and it's completely free of charge. But you can either be recommended it or booked it by the boutique that you're in. So Mulberry Resellers here, or you can book it, but obviously you get more presidential. It's easy to get in if a boutique sends you.
You have to book like a week in advance. If you don't, like you can't just book on the day of if you want it. The only people who can do that are boutiques or stores for you. If either you spend money with them or you have a relationship with them, or they just look after you. So once again, guys, whether it's charity shops or it's high-end boutique luxury brands, the relationships is a thing.
Should we go through what we bought?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Go.
So obviously they all come boxed, and you'll get them boxed.
How cool is that? I mean, I act like I didn't know what it was. I don't know what it is, but how cool is it when you see it like that?
It's a mulberry.
It's a scrunchie, guys. It's actually a mulberry green as well, which is kind of like the lighter version of the original darker green. And
so it's satin. Can you see?
Yeah, you totally can. It's amazing. It's amazing. You can actually this. You want me to see it?
You can wash it.
That's really cool, actually. What is it made of then?
100% recycled polyester, so it's sustainable.
Sweet.
Can you read that?
Yeah,
you can wash it. So you'll
awesome. Do you know what I was just going to say? This is new with tags.
It's all new.
It's a reseller thing, isn't it?
It's all new.
Excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink because, well, why not?
I don't know what the retail is. Do you want me to look at retail to go along?
If you want to.
That's an awful one. You can get rid of that.
Bethany, you look gorgeous as usual.
That sounded not true.
Was that false information? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Mulberry, let's put Mulberry, England, my home.
I'll flip around for a second. Or maybe I'll just wait. I'll wait. Give us the deets.
Oh, I don't think they said anything.
Well, they do. We just bought one.
Oh, yeah, look. So this is the one we bought. So they're 55.
£55. And where will this be going, Bethany?
Into the auction.
Awesome. Let's show someone else. This sounds really contrived. It's really not. We just thought, well, while we were here and we're having a drink, we may as well show you something. It also smells amazing here. Just to give you, I know you can't smell through the screen, but honestly,
There's nothing in here.
There is though.
So
I know there is.
This one. This is
that's
the
cute.
original Mulberry font.
Okay, fine. That's leather.
It's 100% leather, yeah.
That's really nice.
And
And it's white with what? Oh, look at you. Look at the hardware. Yeah, totally can.
And then you can clip it onto your bag.
Yep.
And have it as a
These were
bag
actually
charm.
originally bag charms, and they actually added the keyring part later.
Yeah.
The original ones of this style were actually bag charms to hang off certain bags, which I think is cool.
Yeah. Anyway, and then this is
Once again, retail on these are pretty high.
snap hook. These are about 150 to 200 depending on the colourway. So there's that one. This one.
This is the actual reality
They're
of
so
opening
hard,
luxury
though.
boxes.
Got this colourway.
Oh, that's new. That's the new style font as well. That's cool.
more,
So this is contemporary.
Yeah. It's more sporty.
They did this kind of basically. This was more. I'll be honest. This was more aimed at the male demographic. It was kind of they did a kind of equivalent to what Prada Sport or Linea Rossi would be, and it was actually really popular. They did bags. They did small leathers like this. If anyone who doesn't know, SLG or small leather goods basically comprise anything of kind of key rings, wallets, or anything small, and leather basically, and that's pretty much what everyone in retail kind of calls them. So if you ever hear say small leather goods or SLGs, that's what we're talking about.
This one, which is again the classic font, but this one's more like a
Flag style.
shop.
Yep. We got a couple key rings.
Well, I thought key rings would be the most universal. Like everyone could use a key ring. You can put it on a bag. You can use it for keys. You can gift it. It's like a.
I also think it's unisex as well. Like anyone can use it.
Multi key rings are so expensive.
Once again, like the retail of all these guys, as Bethany said, I think the average was like 120.
150.
So actually, was it one? Well, actually, no.
Retail.
Retail. Yeah, I'm saying the average of what was paid was actually between 120 and 150. Is it? What was 120 then? Because they were all 150. Which one was 120?
No, these were 150, and then maybe it was averaged out because of the scrunchie.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say they was for sure. These were 150.
So we've got 4 of these in very different colours, so depending on what colourway you went for.
Yep.
Then this one is a little bit different because
This is really cool.
I thought these were more unisex, so for the male, the female gifting.
Yeah, but also
So-
if you're not necessarily just want something which is a bit kind of like I don't know, more not generic, but more of the brand.
Yeah.
Whereas this is something a bit more funky.
This would have been 250 retail.
This was a Valentine's Day release. I want to say.
Edition.
So it looks like a flower, obviously with their hearts. And
I
this is
actually got it because I thought it looked like a shamrock.
that's
Island.
really cool. Yes, is the back green?
No, it's black.
Black, okay, shiny black croc, and the
gold
front.
hardware.
That like their hardware is like gold. I was talking about in the other video about my Bethany sunglasses being kind of like 24 karat plated. This is the same kind of hardware on this.
And they're obviously all be in their boxes, and each one comes with.
It has its dust, but it has its bag, it has its box, it has its bag. They gave us extra store bags in the store, and we got that one as well. Do you want to show that one?
Yes, I like that.
We didn't even know this existed. This was something they had, like I think 2 left in the store. The display one and this one, so we got the last one which was available. Yeah, it's a Mulberry. Is it like a Chili's bottle almost?
Yeah.
Is it Chili's
It's
branded?
insulated. No, it's not Chili's.
Okay.
But it's
Basically, if anyone the bottles and so on. Yeah, it's just really cool. It's a fully insulated bottle. Heck of a noise. But like I said, guys, I'm going to say again, all new with tags. So all these things, Bethany, I'll be going where? Where are they?
I'll show you.
29th. 29th of July, 8 o'clock. Yep.
Yeah. So I picked key rings because I wanted them to be the most universal. You gift them, you can keep them, you can hang on bags, you can hang them on your keys, you can have them like hanging in your house. I know some people, they like hang them off doorknobs and stuff, like decoratorial.
Decoratorial, I love that.
Decoratorial. And then I thought,
It should be like a magazine.
I thought the scrunchie was really fun. Now the scrunchie, I'm having a hard time. I would like to have.
It's going.
Okay.
It's going.
And then the water bottle, I think, is another thing. Like you could take it to work. These you hand wash them. You can't put them for a dishwasher, but it's practical stuff. It's designer and luxury, but it's stuff that you can use. Like if I know we could put a handbag in or anything like that. It's just so fun. I think it's fun.
It's usable.
I see so many handbags now. There's so many handbags to come that I just thought for this
You
trip.
need to pick some fun stuff.
Yes.
And also something that everyone can use. A neon blue handbag isn't for everyone.
But it's not that. I could have spent the same money on a handbag for this. Yeah, but instead of one person being able to have something, now it's split 7 ways.
And you know what?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally it does. And depending on if people are happy, that's my view. These guys have just left. Animals. I'm just playing. Depending on how it goes and how people perceive it or how people enjoy it, receive it, I should say, not perceive it, receive it. We may do this and just go through loads of different luxury brands and loads of different stores to the point basically that we can kind of bring brand new stuff to Poshmark, because once again a lot of it's pre-owned, I know, but there's a lot of stuff we have which is brand new. We could also, like this, make special shopping trips for, pick up, and people get absolute bargains just for some fun. We do a lot on Poshmark, we do a lot through reselling in general, and I think we've spoke ourselves, like with the luxury pickers, we want to bring you some luxury, we want to bring some luxury to every show. Last show we had, pretty much one of the highlight pieces was a Tiffany's necklace. Before that was an off-white bag, and in between these shows, we also have multiple luxury items, key rings, wallets.
You have to hold it because my hand's going.
Wallets, and a load of other stuff. So once again, guys, just trying to do something a little bit different, and fingers crossed you guys will enjoy. If you're not on Posh, maybe you won't. If you're not on Posh, you know what you need to do for a fiver?
Did you see what I just did?
What? Hit yourself in the face. Bethany just hit herself in the face with a ball. And if you're not on Posh, guys, get on Posh. I'm not even going to say the code anymore. Honestly, it's just boring. What was it? Sorry.
Luxury pickers with capital letters.
I said I wasn't going to say it, but Bethany did. Well played. Anywho, that's that. We're going to finish up our drinks. I'm going to grab something to eat, and then we will leave. We will see you on the road.
So we're here in the apartment.
That was the one you just said about
personal shopping, right? So Austin wants to go to Polo still, obviously. Wonder what he wants to look at. But look, they've even got a Joseph Ribkoff. Now what I'm showing is not for the purpose of, look at this map of shops, but you can use these maps as cheat sheets.
Yeah.
For reselling. So like, for example,
if the brand is here,
it means it has a premium price tag or has a line that is premium. So you always have your high street ones. So you've got your Mint Velvets, your June Musto A6, right? And then we got Bash here. We've got a Bash piece going into the auction. Prada, Missoni, Seven for All Mankind. We've got Claudie Pilco. We've got another piece going into the auction from that brand. This shop is kids. They do kids Kenzo, etc. So on. Sweaty Betty. What else we got? We got Boss. Johnson's of Elgin do really good cashmere. There's a few more independent ones here than at Bicester, but you know, we've got Montclair, Marge, Zadig and Voltaire, Carl, Coach. What else we got? What? Further, Mulberry, Sandro, Jimmy Choo. Trying to pick up this one. Is like an Irish brand, I believe. It the price tag is not only humongous,
they're beautiful,
but it's beautiful. So that might be worth looking at. Louise Kennedy,
dresses and so on.
Kate Spade, Pinko. Some of these obviously we don't go in Superdry. The Couples. Oh, there's the main Ralph actually there.
Yeah, they're the ones, the kids.
All right, fine. Well, maybe we'll go in there next because you come out and go ahead.
We did have, like, to be fair, they had quite a few dunks, so if you're a fan of dunks, check out.
It's not as big as it makes out. It is.
And like how it's not physically that big.
Gym and Coffee is an Irish brand, and Ross was talking about that on one of his Posh Lives.
Roscoe.
Avoca is an Irish shop. Tory Burch. But this Avoca resells really well if you get the blankets and the knitted stuff, the woven stuff.
Pieces.
Yeah. They got Penhaligon's as well. Who I did that one. Interesting though, isn't it? I think so anyway. But if you do this with the Bicester one, then you will learn magical things. Correct,
yes.
Mondo?
So true. So true.
We are vacating. The man's talking on the screen, on the speakers. He's going to sing a song. I slipped into... How do you say it? I can't say it.
Swarovski?
Yeah.
I don't even know at this point.
If anyone knows, they've got a new creative director, and the new creative director makes some amazing...
It's not like the old stuff. It bangs. Go Google it. Check it out.
I'll show you in the car. Should I show you in the car?
Show me in the car. Why not?
Anyway.
What a great day. We've been back to the car twice. Dropped off shopping. Picked up the iPad. Just uploaded a video to YouTube.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Which was very productive. We ate a meal, which was very nice as well.
If you haven't seen it, I'm trying not to fall downstairs.
Oh, please don't fall down.
If you haven't seen the new YouTube video, it just went up. It's a banger. It's the last one in Wales, and then you're going to see this one in Ireland, obviously.
This place, like, just I don't know if you can turn around, don't move around, but just flip around here, like in general. If you're in here, like the thing. If you've ever been to Bicester Village, I said this at the beginning of the video, it's made and built by the people who own Bicester Village.
A lot of people on Instagram said it's looked like a carbon copy.
It's insane, but like, so for example, down to like where they have the planters, which we're going past one now, like even the plants they have in them, with the skylights in the car park, is insane. I don't know, it's just really... It's something for a lot of people watching, they're like, what are you talking about? But like, when you get into retail, even more so luxury retail, you notice more around you and why and how things are done. This place makes you want to stay.
Should we go through there? Look, check out. This for the sad people like us is all the ones they have. So they've got Belmont Park in New York. New York is also the only, not Belmont Park, but also the only Chanel outlet. I think there might be one in France.
No, I'm not. I think that's seasonal.
Anyway, Shanghai, Munich, Frankfurt, van. Van life is the only life we need.
I'm not getting on my shoes.
Frankfurt, you don't have to come over. Milan, I went off-roading. Milan, Dublin. I'm literally walking this whole length for you, so I appreciate it. Brussels, Paris. I've been to the Paris one. Madrid, Barcelona, and Bicester Village, which they say is in London, which is such a lie. It's in Oxford, Bicester,
so
Oxford.
My concern is if you actually go to Barcelona, how close is it to Barcelona?
What we should do is
visit every of the mother.
Yeah,
we
after a thrifting trip, should we go to every single Bicester Village owned outlet in the world? Because it's called the Bicester Collection, so that's obviously the flagship.
And all these are kind of after it.
So we've got to go to Barcelona next. Which ones can we drive to? Barcelona, Madrid, Paris. I've been to this one.
Have you?
Without you, yeah.
I haven't.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but when?
Well, I was about like 17, 18.
Went
to Disney. You can get a bus from Disneyland Paris to that.
No, that sounds like a party.
Brussels, we could drive.
Yep.
For Milan, Dublin.
You could try and go there.
Oh goodness, should we try and get to this one? Oh, I don't know if we can make it, Austin. Anyway, Frankfurt we could do, and then it gets a bit overseas then.
No,
Munich.
I think the kind of the N3, New York is a little like, it's not really like fan vibes.
No. Right.
And yeah.
Should we get in the car? And I want to show them what I got.
Get in the car.
Right, so as I was saying, they've got a new creative director. They're doing really fun things. So as opposed to the old style, like dark blue with the silver logo, we've got pink with the embossed swan. Now, I'm not a massive fan of what has it? I can't say it. The Crystal Company, because it's normally very traditional. Now, this is a great thing to look out for when thrifting. I'm not just doing this to do it, but it's a great brand to actually, if you see it in the cabinet, or you see like a little crystal swan or an animal or something, they have value. People collect them, and this creative director is really doing wonders for the brand in general. Correct?
Indeed, I think it changed a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that's why now the outlets have just getting. They just said now they just had the first collection from the new creative director. And for anyone who doesn't know, a creative director basically is exactly that: someone who kind of takes the brand and will make the changes, from like packaging to product to the whole 9 yards, and they'll change everything.
I don't know how beauty creators do it, but that has a swan on the front.
Would that help?
Oh, maybe. Nope.
Not at all.
And so I got this, which to all intents and purposes looks like nothing. Austin. Austin. Oh no, it's okay. So it's a single like pear-shaped crystal.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Flip it now so we
but
can see
it's
the facets.
See? So it's a single crystal. Obviously it's all
We're not gonna say it.
Shukovsky. Someone will correct me in the comments.
Swarovski. It's a vibe, and that's literally what it was for.
I mean, you can wear it anywhere.
On the ear.
But this was sold, right? I don't have a piercing on this side. I have one down here, but this was... Oh, that's like nice there. This was sold as a single earring.
Yeah, and it also had it on the top of the ear. The actual, like... I wanted the model. It wasn't a model,
Yeah.
but like the kind of the...
Which led
the visual merchandising
which-
led you to think that it was at the top of the ear.
So, here's my theory, right? Okay. Bringing it back to reselling and having this conversation because I think it's interesting. You find a single statement earring, yeah, from any company that's like... So, you say you've got a single, like, Prada earring or a single, like, clip-on, old school Christian Dior. Most people would say, oh, it's only one, I can't sell it, right?
What you're saying is if you made the most of it and said it was an ear cuff...
It's how you market it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to market this. Well, no, I'm not. This is for me. But I'm going to market this as a single ear cuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? And then the value isn't lost. You're just selling it as one. I mean, you probably...
Is this clear? Yeah, it is clear.
You might get... It's like prisoned, isn't it? You might get like some wallies on the internet who say you're being stupid, but you're going to get that anyway. Literally. Anything we do,
cool.
someone calls me a wally. So... And then I also got this, which I'm disappointed isn't in the new season box. So this is the old packaging, and this is the packaging you majority find in thrift stores or charity shops, this dark blue. And this is new collection, so I was hoping it would be new packaging, but it is technically outlet. What a wrestler wears a big earring?
It wasn't a wrestling reference, more of that on John reference, but it's really cool.
And this is the new style stuff. I wish it was in the box.
Let me get the box. So this is the kind of first collection that brought this new kind of vibe to my attention. I can't lie. How do you feel?
It's a I remember when it came out and I was like in awe, like shock.
It was actually in Vogue and everything. Like, so for anyone who doesn't know, like this, I feel like I said that a lot, but I guess we're trying to kind of let people know. For anyone who doesn't know, it was in Vogue. The whole kind of creative director thing was a massive change because as much as that kind of like a high street, it's not, you know, it's not cheap, but it's high street. They have stores in high streets, if you will. When the creative director changed, the whole look, it was more fashion, it was more cool, it was more contemporary. And even Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, a lot of different magazines, high-end magazines, luxury magazines jumped on it. And for that reason, it became iconic.
It went from being, I said just recently, just a minute ago, it went from being an uber traditional brand that made like crystal swans to making like purple.
Like they had, honestly, we didn't film, but they had some mad jewellery in there, honestly, and they were great prices too.
So I got this. It's a cushion, literally. It's meant to look like a cushion, isn't it? It's like a cushion cut, yeah, right. And then it's got the pink large crystal inside, and they do earrings of this, but I didn't think I would get use out of the earrings because I tell you for why. I'm a gold earring person. But
I'm gonna just do that because I want to kind of show how that. I don't know if it'll show how that looks or not at all. Probably not at all.
It's a really pretty.
Yeah.
It's stamped. It's stamped by the brand, and I can't. You won't be able to see that close up. Like, let me see if I can focus it. anyway. But maybe be something to look out for in terms of styling. I was talking to someone today about Tiffany's, and there's so many. There's what I call entry level Tiffany's, which everyone recognises, which is the return to Tiffany and the Tiffany blue stuff, and that's their sort of ready to wear line, if you will.
That's
and
also
then,
what they make the most money on.
And then they have all their like specialised stuff, which is where the big money is. I'm gonna put this on.
You put this on the shop within seconds, and even the person serving you was like, And
then it's on a drawstring.
It is indeed. So how tight do you want it?
Look at my roots for a minute.
Do you gonna breathe? There you go. Try that.
I'm gonna wear it like high. I mean, that's a bit tight. I mean, I'm gonna like pass out.
I can loosen it slightly. Sorry, my bad.
I wouldn't wear it with this outfit. This is not the outfit to accompany it with. But anyway, it's a cushioned, just a single thing with like a drawstring back. Interesting. What I would do is layer it.
It would be just part of like a kind of whole team of neck jewellery.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what was retail on that?
Retail on this was like £220.
£220. How much did you pay today at Kildare outlet?
€23. 23 euros. So take like 13% off for the exchange rate.
True story.
And you're like,
yeah, so like you say, it's even like
just
20,
under 20
odd quid. Like from 200 and something, you're talking about you paid 10% of the original retail cost. So if we do that in charity shops, we're like, wow, yeah, you go into a retail store and get the whole, you still get the whole experience.
And this was 100 and something new, and it was 11. So it's basically,
once again, 10%.
It's basically 90% off, and that's like.
Maybe I'll do like a little close up. Maybe there'll be a cutaway in a minute, or I'll put it on screen as a cutaway to show you, because this lighting's god awful.
I'll show you when we get home. We're going to do a haul of some of the stuff we picked up recently, and I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, cool. I think a close up would help, because it's kind of hard to explain in this terrible lighting. Either way, we thought we'd share those things with you.
I think it's interesting. Anyway, and it's also brand knowledge, right? What we yap on all the time about with us is can you take it off? Yeah. Is brand knowledge and understanding and knowing when packaging changes, when branding changes, when creative director changes, and all that, you know, good stuff that comes with that. So we literally, so you'll be able to recognize it when you're out thrifting or when you're doing retail arbitrage, and knowing and understanding which ones and what branding gets a higher price, because it's not all the same. Not everything is built equally in the luxury world. And I've been after that collection for a while. And it also shows you that if you shop at outlet, not only can you do retail arbitrage and pass on the deals, but you can also
buy yourself a gift or two, guys. Create
yourself a high-end wardrobe at literally 90% off full retail.
I think that's cool.
It's a no-brainer, my ladies and my gents and my other peoples. Anyway, we're going home now.
Let's put it in front of your face right now. There you go.
We're going home.
We're driving home. I think that's going to be, we're going to call it a day today, aren't we?
Yeah, maybe we'll do a haul tomorrow.
So, yeah, we'll do a haul tomorrow, because to be honest, after today, it's been a long old day, and I think you're probably bored of us anyway. We will do a haul tomorrow, and we will also show you, maybe even a preview of some of the stuff going into
POSHMARK Saturday night, 8 PM, 29th of this month.
How about that?
Thank you.
Bye.